Hi everyone, very good morning. This is the last class in this session. Of course, we will continue in the coming session also same chapter. Even we will continue one class the same Young's double slit experiment also. We will solve few more questions, difficult level of questions. Now, today again we will solve or we will understand what type of questions will come and what based questions will come and how to solve those questions, but mostly formula based. But you need to understand the question, understand, take the proper situation, take the suitable formula, substitute and then do it. Now, like the very first thing, fringe width. See, what is fringe width means? This is slit. This is screen. On the screen, there is a region with bright light, that is bright fringe. Then there is a space. Then next, again bright. Then again bright. But actually, in actual, what happens is it is like this. Like this. Now, here so that black one is dark, blue one is bright. Now, this, so there is a central point for the bright fringe. There is a central line for the next bright fringe. So that distance is called fringe width. Means it is just like line. So don't take it like this. So this is like almost like a line. So the distance between two successive dark. So the distance between two successive bright, if you take, that is the width of dark. If you take the distance between two successive dark, that is the width of bright. Please try to understand. This is bright. This is bright. Now the distance between them is width of dark. That is called fringe width. Maybe dark fringe width or bright fringe width. Or else, similar way, now this is one dark and this is one dark. Now between two dark, the distance is filled with bright light. So that width of bright light is called fringe width. But both are equal. Width of bright and dark fringes both are equal. That only we call it as what? Fringe width. Now, so this is called fringe width beta. So what is beta? Fringe width. Now, how to find this one? See, like now you consider two situations. This is yn, distance of nth bright. This is distance of n plus 1 bright. Both are bright. In between what will be there? Dark. Now, so the separation between yn plus 1 and yn, this is called beta. So beta equal to yn plus 1 minus yn. The distance between n plus 1 and n, or n and n minus 1, or n minus 1, n minus 2, or n plus 2, n plus 1. Two successive bright or dark fringes. If you take the distance from the center, that separation is nothing but what? See, this is the distance of nth one. This is the distance of n plus 1. So if you subtract these two, this small one is distance between two successive fringes, either bright or dark. Similar way, if you take this one, this is nth one, this is n plus 1. So any two you take, either dark or bright. So that fringe width beta equal to yn plus 1 minus yn. So n plus 1 lambda d by d. Nth one n lambda d by d. So lambda d by d common. Then here n plus 1, here minus n cancel. So what is beta? Lambda d by d. This is the fringe width. You take dark fringe condition also, same thing will come. So you try with that, same fringe width will come. So fringe width means the width of each bright or dark. All are equal. That's why what he observed the redistribution of intensity like this. All the bright fringes are equal width and equal intensities. That is what the fringe width. So fringe width of each bright fringe or dark fringe both are equal. All are equal. All fringe widths. And that is what? The distance between two successive bright fringes or two successive dark fringes. So the formula is this one. So one of the important formula based on which many times questions has asked in entrance point. Now this is the first one. Next, effect of medium. What is the effect of medium? Medium means what? Suppose you have done the experiment, whatever setup Young arranged, same setup you have done in the presence of air. Now what you do is, you take the same setup, don't disturb it. Take it and dip it in water. Dip it in some other medium in which light can travel. Then what happens? Then medium changed, refractive index changed, speed of light changes, wavelength changes. Because here nowhere speed of light equation will come. But here wavelength of light is matter. So that if we dip it in medium, what happens? Wavelength lambda dash will become lambda by mu. Last class we have already studied. V equal to C by mu and wavelength also similar relation. So the wavelength of light changed. Now the new fringe width they can ask like new fringe width beta dash equal to lambda dash d by d. Beta equal to lambda d by d is in air medium or vacuum. But beta dash, if you consider, lambda dash is lambda by mu d by d equal to lambda d by d is beta by mu. So what is the effect? If you insert the whole setup in some medium having refractive index mu, then fringe width reduces by what factor? Mu. So fringe width reduces means they come closer. So now, suppose this is the width of screen. Now initially, some number of fringes were there in air medium. But when you dip it in medium, now fringe width reduces so that more fringes will appear. Now more fringes will appear because fringe width decreases so that more number you can see. Now, like suppose this is center one. Now n fringes you observed above it, above the central one in air, n1. Now in medium you observed n2. Now here n1 lambda equal to here n2 lambda dash. Lambda dash. So with lambda n1 fringes observed, with lambda dash n2 fringes observed. But the total length of the screen is same. Within the same length, because of change in wavelength, the number of fringes changed. So this way they can ask question. Also, as we put it in medium, distance of third bright fringe or seventh dark fringe, anything also that will change. Like now, for example, nth bright fringe. So in air, nth bright fringe is n lambda d by d. Now in medium, the distance of nth bright fringe will become n lambda dash d by d, or else n lambda d by mu d. So mu value is greater than 1, so that yn dash less than yn. So on the screen, if initially third bright fringe is forming here, now it will come closer by some distance. So fringe pattern shifts slightly. So this thing also they can ask. Like what is the shift? Yn minus yn dash. This is what? Shift in the position of nth bright fringe. Similar way they can ask shift in the position of nth dark fringe. Then you have to take dark fringe condition. Now, so this two completed. Third type of question. Effect of two wavelengths, either simultaneously or one after the other they can give. Like, see here. Now, first you have used one wavelength. Let's take lambda 1. Now, at a particular point, you got nth bright fringe at a distance x. Now, you have changed the wavelength. Just change the wavelength. Setup is same. Small d, capital D, everything is same. Now, at the same distance x. At the same distance x. Now, mth bright fringe came. So now, we got mth bright fringe. So, here at same distance from the center, there is nth bright fringe. Here from same distance from the center, mth bright fringe we got. Where the different wavelengths used, one after the other. Now, this distance x will become n1 lambda 1 d by d. Here distance x will become n2 lambda 2 d by d. But both are same. So that what condition will come? n1 lambda 1 equal to n2 lambda 2. Or they can ask you in the similar way, for the same situation, see the question, way of question. First they have used lambda 1. And at a distance, let's take suppose 2 centimeter, they got fifth bright fringe. Now when we replace with lambda 2, then at the same distance 5 centimeter, what bright fringe we will get it, or which bright fringe we will get, or some other fringe. Then you know x, you know lambda, you know d, then you can find n2. Right? So that way they can ask the questions based on two different wavelengths used for same setup one by one. But sometimes they will say like two are used simultaneously. Two are used simultaneously, so that at a particular point, N1 bright fringe for lambda 1 coincides with N2 bright fringe or mth bright fringe for the lambda 2. Here I am taking N2, but here I have taken M. So what is the final formula will become? N lambda 1 equal to M lambda 2. Or else here you take N1, here you take N2, then N1 lambda 1 equal to N2 lambda 2. So in case if they use simultaneously, the way of asking question is like at the same point from the center, N1 bright fringe of lambda 1 coincides with N2 bright fringe of lambda 2. Then they will ask the anything. Here how many values are there? 4. Out of 4, any 3 they will give. So the fourth one you have to find. So that way also they can ask the question. Another important one. Now, after this, so these 3 we understood. Now, effect of white light. Just before we talk about only 2 wavelengths. But if we replace with white light, see, at the center, whatever white light is coming, white light means what? It is mixture of 7 different wavelengths. But here, red will come, white, yellow will come, green will come, all from here and from here. But all the colors have 0 path difference at the center. 0 path difference means 0 phase difference. So here, constructive superposition. So again, all colors mix each other so that central white bright fringe will come. Central white bright fringe, no color will appear. But then comes next. What are the wavelengths? See, we have V, I, B, G, Y, O, R. Now, here wavelength of violet is smallest and for red maximum. Now, this is bright. Next what should come? Dark. Next what should come? So, here if you talk about bright fringe, next to bright fringe, so y1 equal to lambda d by d. So somewhere violet bright fringe, then indigo, so on, then finally red will come. So you will get colored fringes because only at center all are mixing, but after that above and below, because of their different wavelengths, their bright fringes will not coincide. So their bright fringes forms at different distances, like first violet, indigo, so on, so that last red, so that you will get. Then next, second bright fringe when you talk somewhere here, third, so on, here also. So below and above you will get alternative colored fringes, not just bright fringes. You will get colored fringes, so that they can ask theoretical questions based on replacement with white light. So this is what you can understand, the effect of white light. The effect of white light. Now, let's take the last and final one. Effect of glass slab insertion. So, what will happen? See, consider the setup again. So, at any point P, if you consider, one light wave travels from here, another light wave travels from here. So this is S1, this is S2. Now S2P minus S1P is path difference delta x, and that is what we got it as yn d by capital D. Sorry, yn delta x. How much we got? S2P minus S1P. Yes, correct. Yn d by d. Now, the question is, if you introduce one glass slab of thickness T in one of the paths, either in the path of S1 or S2. So, means you will introduce here itself. But for better understanding, I am taking here so that light travels through this thickness. Right? See, this is in air. This is the path difference in air. But now, the light from S1 is not traveling only in air, it also traveling in medium. Now, the delta x if you take, see here, this path of light from S2 is S2P minus. Now you cannot take simply S1P. Here S1P minus T in air. S1P minus T. From total you subtract this T. So this is air, this is air. But this is medium. So S2P minus, here S1P minus T is air plus T medium. A width of T travelled in medium, and let's take the refractive index mu. But in ray optics you have studied already that T medium is equivalent to mu times T in air, the equivalent path. So here delta x will become S2P minus S1P minus of minus plus T air minus into plus minus T medium is nothing but mu T. So that this complete will become air. So I am not mentioning. This is air now, this is air. Because path difference when you want to take, you have to take the equivalent path in any one medium only. But here two mediums it is travelling, that's why we are taking the equivalent path. So that here delta x equal to S2P minus S1P plus minus mu minus 1 into T. So there is an additional path we are seeing. So here S2P minus S1P, here S2P minus S1P minus of something else. So one additional term you are observing in path difference from S1 and S2. Now here if you consider the central position, in this case when you introduce a glass slab one of the path, then at the center generally delta x should become what? 0. So when delta x is 0, S2P minus S1P minus of mu minus 1 into T should be 0. So that S2P minus S1p equal to mu minus 1 into t. Or if you understand, or if you take the data from ray optics, like this formula you have studied, if you introduce a glass slab in the path of light ray, it shifts by some distance. How much? Mu minus 1 into t. So this is the shift in the position. Same thing here also we are coming. So that here S2p minus S1p, that is y n d by d. Now what is yn? Distance of nth bright fringe. But here this is the condition for what? When delta x is 0. Delta x is 0 for whom? For central bright fringe. Now yn you will get it as, if you bring this side, d by d into mu minus 1 into t. So the meaning is, if there is a air, then here delta x is 0. But if there is a glass slab in the path, then at some other point just above, here delta x is 0. This is the case when air, this is the case with glass. So now you are getting the central bright fringe here. So central bright fringe got shifted by some distance. How much? Yn. So that means fringe pattern got shifted by some distance. So the conclusion is, when you introduce glass slab in one of the path, then the central fringe will shift. Obviously the other fringes also shifts. So the whole pattern shifts up by this much of distance. Now here they can ask you one more question. Like with air, suppose within this distance, what is this distance? The distance through which fringe pattern got shifted. Within this, suppose n fringes are there, n fringes. Then n into beta should be equal to what? Yn. Then n equal to, because one fringe width is beta. Here within this distance, n fringes are there, means what is the total distance? N into beta, like this. So 1 is beta, 2 is 2 beta, 3 beta, 4 beta, so on. N are there, n beta, that is equal to Yn. That means these many fringes got shifted. So n equal to Yn by beta, that is, so d by d mu minus 1 into t, how much? Beta equal to lambda d by d. So d by d cancel, equal to mu minus 1 into t by lambda. So there are two questions they will ask when you insert glass slab. That is, what is the shift in the central bright fringe? Or how many fringes got shifted? How many fringes got shifted within that distance? So these are the formulas. So final conclusion is, so fringe pattern shifts by d by d into mu minus 1 into t, or else this is also equal to beta by lambda into mu minus 1 into t, because beta equal to lambda d by d implies beta by lambda equal to d by d. So d by d you can write it as beta by lambda. So this is the distance through which fringes got shifted. Now, number of fringes got shifted equal to y by beta, that is mu minus 1 into t by lambda. And one more thing also they will ask, like if this is one slit, this is one slit. If you introduce here, then shift is upward. If you introduce for S2, the shift is downward. So this will shift here. Or if you introduce here, this will shift here. Sometimes if you introduce here mu1, here mu2, then this will shift up, this will try to shift down. If this shifts more, then resultant will become subtraction. Look, suppose this is trying to shift up by y1, this is trying to shift down by y2. You know the formula. See. So that, see, greater the mu, greater the shift. So like if mu1 greater than mu2, then the resultant shift is upward, y1 minus y2. If mu2 greater than mu1, then resultant shift is y2 minus y1. This is downward. This is upward. So they can give one single slab, or sometimes they can ask two slabs. One slab means for S1 means upward, for S2 means downward. Two slabs means it depends upon mu1, mu2. It may be upward or downward. So this is how you will solve the, or we get the questions based on the Young's double slit experiment. So right. So now here let us take one or two questions so that we will see how to apply the formulas whatever we have taken. Just formula based mostly. Right? Few difficult questions will come, that we will discuss in the next class. Right? Let us see one or two questions. Mostly whatever we have discussed all are formula based type of questions only. Right? So if you know the formula and if you understand the question, then you can do it mostly. But sometimes they can give little logical questions so that you can understand. So here in Young's double slit experiment, fifth dark fringe is formed opposite to one of the slits. So when they said dark fringe, immediately distance of nth dark fringe is 2n plus 1 lambda d by 2d, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Now fifth one means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4, n equal to 4. Or else I said yn equal to, you can take 2n minus 1 lambda d by 2d, where n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. So that no confusion. So if you take this formula, n equal to 5. Now, what is the fifth dark fringe? y5 equal to 2 into 5 minus 1 lambda d by 2d. So that 9 lambda d by 2d. But according to the question, the fifth dark fringe is formed opposite to one of the slits. See, the meaning is, if you draw the diagram, then you can understand. This is D. This is center. Now this is the opposite of, see, is formed opposite to one of the slits, either here or here. So here you are getting the fifth dark fringe. That means this distance is y5. But from the diagram, this distance is equal to d by 2. So indirectly they are telling that, or from the data what they have given, if you draw the diagram, you will understand y5 equal to d by 2. So that already we found y5. So 9 lambda d by 2d equal to d by 2. So that lambda equal to 2 cancel, d square by 9d. So d square by 9d. This is the correct option. So this way sometimes they will give formula based only, but little intelligence or your knowledge or your creative thinking should be utilized so that you can take the proper data so that you can solve the question easily. So please try to understand the question, then only you can solve the question. That's why I have given this example. Understanding and formulas both are important. Now one last and final question. So what is that question? In Young's double slit experiment, blue and green light of wavelength, two different wavelengths respectively used. If x is distance of fourth bright fringe from center, then they have given options. See, the setup is something like now. From the center at a distance x. From the center at a distance x. X is the distance of fourth bright fringe. So x is the distance of fourth bright fringe. So 4 lambda d by d, because distance for nth bright fringe is n lambda d by d. Formula I have taken and I understood the question, then substituted. Now capital D and small d same for both wavelengths. What is different? Lambda. But here lambda for blue is lesser than green. So lambda blue is lesser than lambda for green. Obviously x for blue is less than x for green. That means the distance of fourth bright fringe of blue will come first, then green will come. That is what I told you, comparison. Like two wavelengths used simultaneously or one after the other, then the comparison questions they will ask. So such type of questions you will get it, right? So just two questions, but coming class again we will explain. I will discuss completely questions only, but that we will discuss in the coming session. So we'll continue from here. So here we completed what is Young's double slit experiment and what type of basic questions and some difficult questions and what type of variations will come. All those things we have studied. Next, one more class also we will discuss little difficult and different type of questions, right? So hope you all understood. Thank you so much.